by Mas Aksigay, the Minister of Fisheries and Water Resources.
And I will promise you that from now on, if any disciplinary activity is chosen for this trophy, my family will be taking it up in every neighborhood. And we might start adding some financing together. Thank you very much.
After enjoying the hospitality provided by the people of the Central River region, the Vice President and entourage hit the road again back to Banjul, but the atmosphere at this 10th edition of the Youth Convergence remains truly magical. For Grts Sport, this is Baukar Senghor.
Meantime, news reaching us from our reporter covering ongoing lake of activities in Bansang revealed that the President, His Excellency Chair Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh, has extended another helping hand to the organizers of the youth gathering. President Jammeh, according to GRTS Modi Esjalo, has sent over 1,000 bags of rice and dozens of drums of oil with other valuable provisions to help ease the burden on the youths during the course of the convergence. We'll bring you more on that in our subsequent bulletin. Well, Farmer, the President has done it again for the youths.
Yes, Fadjasi, it's no surprise to us. It's once again reinforces the President's support to the country and its young people, and we hope it's going to be of massive value to the participants at the neck of being currently staged in the CRR town of Bansang. And Fadjasi, before we go, a reminder of our stories once again. The Pan-African Young Women Development Initiative has honored President Jammeh for his support and dedication to the advancement of the welfare of the African woman. The latest batch of Gambian peacekeepers numbering 104 personnel have left Banjul for the rest of Sudanese province of Darfur. Fear and apprehension have gripped Bangui as rebel fighters continue their advance on the capital city with the capture of 2 more cities. And NATO has planned to deploy advanced Patriot missile batteries in Turkey to safeguard Ankara from the threat of Scud missiles being fired by Syrian government troops. That's all in this edition of the news. Thanks for the pleasure of your company, and do join us at 21 hours for another newscast. From me, Famara Fofana, and the rest of the new team. Have a good night.
Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what you've been through. You can make it if you believe. You've got the potentials living in you. You've got the power to succeed. You've got the power to achieve. You've got the power if you believe. Success power.
Welcome to Success Power. Well, it's a pleasure to welcome you to another exciting broadcast on Success Power. And I always want our viewers to know that in Success Power, we want you to know that God wants you to succeed. Success for us is not just the acquisition of material things, as many people would want to believe. Of course, for people who have experienced a lot of deprivation, especially of material things, it's easy to overvalue those material things and to equate their acquisition to success. But success is much more than that, and we believe that the greater part of real success is in fact intangible, because there's an unseen part to you as a human being. There's a seen part, but the things that we don't see in our world are the most powerful things. So there's a difference between success as a person and success as an event. So most people focus on the events. We focus primarily first on the person. God wants you to be a success as a person. That means that you be a person of character, a person of integrity, a person who is honest, and a person who achieves his or her goals. Because that's primarily what success is about, achieving goals. So you have goals for becoming a person of character and integrity, and then you have goals in your career, your finances, and so on. Well, all around, things work for good for you. God wants that for you. Secondly, we make available to you the universal time-proven laws of success. These laws have no respect for persons or for location. They've worked for other people before. They'll work for you if you will satisfy their conditions. But of course, the first thing is you've got to know what those laws are in the first place. That's what we do here on Success Power, sharing with you the laws of success. Also, we want to let you know the tremendous potentials the Creator has graciously invested in your life. God never made a failure. You are loaded with gifts, loaded with talents, loaded with potentials. There's a whole lot more about your life that we haven't even seen yet. Many of us are held back by fear, lack of courage. We don't take risks, but you notice in our world, those who take the big risks most of the time get the big results. And here on Success Power, we want to motivate you, inspire you, challenge you, encourage you to be the best you that you can be. And finally, we want to ensure that you are free from every form of failure. Now, imagine you have to travel from where you are to another city, and the distance is 100 miles or 100 kilometers. Which would be easier for you, to walk on your feet or to travel in a car? Somebody says, but that's obvious. Traveling in a car will make it easier, will make it faster. Good. Now, the car, what does it do for you? It makes things work easier for you, isn't it? Helps you to travel faster. That car gives you an advantage over the person that is walking on his feet. When I was in school, we were taught something called mechanical advantage. And it is the fact that a machine or a lever helps you to do a whole lot more than your physical power can achieve. It's called mechanical advantage. That is what the car gives to you. Advantage. Well, the other word used for it is the word leverage. The car gives you leverage, gives you power that you can rely on to multiply your effort. So compare the person who's walking on foot to the person who is driving a car and the amount of effort that they exert. The person who is in the car exerts less energy than the person who's walking, and the person in the car achieves far more than the person walking on foot. In fact, the truth is that the person who is driving a car can go to the destination, come back, and go a few times before the person walking on foot will be able to make the same distance. I think that's how life has been designed, that there are certain things that give us leverage, certain things that give us advantage, certain things that help us to achieve success in greater quantity and at a faster rate. When you and I find those things, they make success easier for us. Today, we begin a discussion on the topic mind leverage. Mind leverage. We want to discuss how your mind can